first walk given up by Ted Lilly.
Tried to go at back-to-back changeups. He had a great changeup on the 3-1 count to Varitek. Tried to follow it up again with another one 3-2, but couldn't get it near the strike zone. I'll tell you what, though, for a guy that did not have very much spring training, this is a pretty nice start for Ted Lilly.
He won a career-high 12 games last year for Oakland. Was great in August and September. With 6-0 over a stretch from August 25th to September 21st. Mark Bellhorn with a tying run at first. He's the go-ahead run at the plate. Another soft one low. 2-0 on Bellhorn, who reached on a fielder's choice and scored the Red Sox first run last inning. Ortiz, the runner at third. And Varitek at first. Lilly working quickly and missing yet again. 3-0 with Pokey Reese on deck. 65 pitches now for Lilly. I mentioned earlier that the Blue Jays have him on an 85 pitch limit. Phil Patterson monitoring that. He looks like he might be running out of a little bit of steam right here. Back-to-back walks.
That's not unusual, Sean, for a guy that has not had a lot of spring training to very quickly run into the wall, and looks like it might be happening here in the 4th inning.
And here comes the pitching coach, Gil Patterson. He's been a member of this coaching staff back to the Buck Martinez days. Carlos Tosca now in his 3rd year as manager of the Blue Jays. 141 wins, 127 losses so far for Tosca. He took over in June of 2002 when Martinez was dismissed. He had been the 3rd base coach. There's a deep drive by Pokey Reese toward the left field corner. Off the wall on a hop. Played by Catalanano. 2-run score. The Red Sox have tied the game at 4.
I think that ball surprised Catalanano in left field. He went straight across instead of straight back. And just enough to get this ball over his head. So he cuts across and then he decides to go back. By that time it's too late. Ortiz scores, Varitek behind him, and the Red Sox tie up the ball game. Pokey Reese picking up his first 2 runs batted into the season.
And now a pinch hitter, Gabe Kapler, hitting for Johnny Damon. He stings one up the middle, but Woodward a couple of steps to his left to make the play and end the inning. Trying to get a report on what might be wrong with Johnny Damon. Kapler grounds out. The Red Sox with 3 runs in the 4th have tied it.
She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Hiya! Those guys were fast as lightning.
Wherever you're going, you'll feel really good riding with Geico.
Everybody was kung fu
15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Huskies fans, UConn has done it again. Now, Sports Illustrated honors the national champion Connecticut Huskies with a fantastic national championship package, free with your paid subscription. Get this special Sports Illustrated National Championship hardbound collector's issue, celebrating the Huskies' run to #1. It's gold-lettered and individually numbered, a cherished keepsake you'll treasure forever. Call now and you'll also get this collectible mini basketball, designed exclusively for Sports Illustrated in celebration of Connecticut's 2nd national championship. Both are free when you order 56 issues of Sports Illustrated for only $1.59 an issue. Save more than 50% off the cover price. When you use your credit card, you'll get another great gift available only from Sports Illustrated. This Connecticut National Championship hat, free. Celebrate the #1 team in the nation with 3 great gifts from Sports Illustrated. Call now.
Whoa.
Never in a million years. Never gonna happen.
Never say never.
Lease a BMW 325i for only $289 a month until April 30th.
Sean McDonough, Jerry Remy, Dan Roach at Fenway Park. Red Sox have battled back to tie it. First pitch of the fifth, then a base hit by Carlos Delgado. They had to shift on with three infielders on the right side of the infield, but he lined one over their heads for his first hit of the ball game. Gabe Kapler in center field. Johnny Damon earlier in the ball game fouled the ball off his body, off his foot or ankle, hobbled around for a while, stayed in the game, but in the last half inning, Kapler pinch hit for Damon. That's probably the reason why. Josh Phelps after the first one, another base hit lined over the head of Reese. Phelps has been on base 3 times. He has walked, been hit by a pitch, and now a single. And they're not missing the offerings of Bronson Arroyo here in the 5th inning.
No, they've been very aggressive too against Arroyo, you know, jumping on a lot of first pitches. Red Sox still did not have anybody up. That bullpen is a little bit strapped after the game last night. They did call up Malaska today, and he's replacing Mendoza, a fresh arm in the bullpen, but they had to use a lot of guys in that game last night.
Eric Hinsky takes a breaking ball. He singled to right and scored in the 2nd inning, line to center. A nice running catch made by Damon heading toward left field in the 3rd. 8 hits now given up by Arroyo, who's also walked 3 and hit a batter. The Blue Jays have squandered a lot of chances. They've left 5 men on in the first 4 innings and had a runner thrown out at the plate. Let's hope they're just burning some leaves over there in the fens.
Yeah, that's
gardens over there, because there's some ugly looking black smoke over there. Double play ball hit the bell horn on the Reese to first. Save. Well, I'm surprised Terry Francona didn't argue this one. Boy, that looked like they got it there in time.
Now, the only thing I can think of is that maybe Ortiz came off the back too soon. It looked like the throw had beat him.
Well, Joe Brinkman didn't give any signal that that's what it was. Usually when that's the case, they indicate that he was off the bag. It was a bang-bang play. Looked like he was out, didn't it?
Sure did.
Yeah, in the glove, and he's still reaching for the bag. It's a big call. Instead of 2 outs, a man at 3rd, it's 1st and 3rd and only 1 out. And the batter, Orlando Hudson, he has walked twice. He scored last inning after drawing a leadoff walk, and he's made the defensive play of the game. Great chance for the Blue Jays to reclaim the lead. They led 2-0. The Red Sox made it 2-1. Blue Jays added 2 more to go up 4-1, but Boston with 3 runs in the 4th. They were tied at 4. Delgado at 3rd and Hinsky at 1st. And a ball up and away to Hudson. 78 pitches now for Arroyo. And a ball up and away. Hudson had a good spring offensively at .326. Missed their last 5 games in spring training with a left oblique strain. It's in your side, right? Those of us who don't have
side of your kitchen.
Like the love handle area.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not quite that far over.
No.
It can be a very painful injury, obviously, you know, when you got to swing the bat. You aggravate it every time you do swing the bat.
Is that one of the ones you know right away, like a hamstring? You see a guy round the base, he grabs the back of the leg, you say, oh, that's a hamstring.
Yeah, oblique you would know.
When you swing, you go, oh, that's my oblique.
Yep.
Something like that. Hinske runs. The pitch is strike 3. The throw, they got him. A strike him out, throw him out, double play. And that ends the inning. The Blue Jays waste another good chance to score, and we're still tied at 4.
Great things are happening now at your Kawasaki dealer. On every leading-edge Kawasaki product, get zero-down financing with an incredible low APR and great low payments. You can ride a new Kawasaki for as little as $39 a month on 2003 and prior year models, or as low as $49 a month on 2004 models. Call or visit Kawasaki.com and enter to win during Kawasaki's Great Year Giveaway. Thousands of gear will be given away with prizes awarded daily. But you have to call and go online now for your chance to win. It's a great time to buy a Kawasaki, and a great time to win Kawasaki gear. Call or go online now to enter the Great Year Giveaway and find your participating Kawasaki dealer offering great finance deals. But don't wait, because all great things must come to an end.
At BMW of Peabody, we make sure our certified pre-owned BMWs don't just... The new owners of our certified pre-owned BMWs actually become quite attached to them. Financing available through BMW Financial Services. BMW of Peabody for your certified pre-owned BMW.
Everyone procrastinates. Did you mow the lawn?
Not yet. Did you call the dentist?
This can't wait. Call 1-800-CHAMPION today to refinance your home with the best rates in decades. Champion Mortgage works with you one-on-one to help slash your mortgage payments. Use the extra cash for big expenses, home improvements, credit cards. Why wait?
Did you call Champion?
Absolutely.
Rates as low as 4%. Don't miss out. Call 1-800-CHAMPION for your free consultation. Champion says yes.
The game tied at 4. Toronto finding new and different ways to squander scoring chances. They run into an out at home plate. They have 8 hits, 3 walks, and a hit batsman. And yet just the 4 runs in 5 innings. Miller takes a strike from Ted Lilly. Bill's 0 for 2. Ellis Burks to follow, and then Manny Ramirez. The 0-2 pitch. Pulled the off-speed offering. The 71st pitch, pardon me, from Lilly.
You know, a team that doesn't run very much, to strike them out, throw them out with 2 outs, you would almost expect to see Delgado take off from third base on that and try to make it at least a double steal, but they did not. And, of course, the end of the inning with the Veritek throw to second base.
Little pop fly in right. Got a pretty good push from that breeze that has strengthened.
The Stanley Cup playoffs continue for the Boston Bruins. Up next, Game 2 against the Montreal Canadiens. Tonight, live at the Fleet Center. The action starts with the Olympia Sports Boston Globe pregame report at 6:30. Face-off at 7 o'clock. Now back to Fenway for the home opener. Red Sox and Blue Jays with Sean and Jerry.
It's a little, you know, they're burning leaves over there. Aren't there some rules about how many leaves, or as they would say in Canada, leafs, you can burn at one time?
Yeah, that's been heavy smoke now coming for about at least 15-20 minutes. Matter of fact, from my vantage point here, I can see some flames.
Actually just got a report from Rochi. It's not leaks at your car. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. That's good news.
Yeah. But it is contained to your vehicle. Burks pulls one foul. Oh, that's a lot of leaves. Maple leaves. It's always bothered me, Jerry. Maple leaves? Shouldn't it be leaves?
I think so.
It should be, I think. Maybe it's different in Canada. 1-2 breaking ball missed. Burks has struck out twice, trying to avoid the hat trick. A little hockey reference again there. I can see the flames from here now, too. You're right.
Yep, it's starting to pick up.
Is that really a brush fire, or is there more to it than that? We're going to have to send Rochi over there. Get an account of what's going on.
It's starting to get the attention of a lot of the fans.
Yeah, a lot of the fans over in the right field roof are looking over their shoulders. Well, there's strike 3 and the third strikeout for Burks. 2 down here in the 5th. Out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Volvo. When you drive out of town, drive safely. Drive Volvo. Drive safely in town, too. Texas leads Anaheim 12-3. Hank Blaylock has 4 runs batted into that ball game. They're in the 8th. Chicago and the Yankees are in the 2nd and scoreless. John Garland against Jose Contreras. Baltimore and Tampa Bay tonight. Sidney Ponson will be on the mound. Cleveland at Kansas City. And Seattle is at Oakland. Seattle off to a rough start. They got swept by Anaheim. National League, Houston 1, Montreal 0. The rest of the action tonight, the Mets and Expos, Pittsburgh at Cincinnati, Chicago and Atlanta, Philadelphia and Florida, St. Louis, Arizona, Colorado, Los Angeles. Ramirez out on the bounding ball to third. A 1-2-3 inning for Ted Lilly. After 5, 4-4 the score.
Hello.
Hi.
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 Like going to Chicago? With Southwest fare of $79 each way, now you can go there all you want.
You are now free to move about the country.
The amazing New England Patriots are Super Bowl champions once again.
Touchdown, David Gibbons!
Relive the thrills of the Patriots' exciting championship season with Sports Illustrated and the great new NFL Films DVD, the New England Patriots Super Bowl 38 champions. Plus, this special Sports Illustrated hardbound commemorative. This individually numbered classic offers an inside look at the Patriots' second great Super Bowl season. Both are free with your paid subscription to Sports Illustrated, giving you 56 issues for only $1.59 an issue. Save over 50% off the cover price.
Touchdown, Patriots!
This Wilson Super Bowl football, designed exclusively for Sports Illustrated, is also free when you use your credit card. You can't get this one-of-a-kind collectible anywhere else. Call now. You'll get all 3 great Patriots collectibles free. Don't miss your chance to celebrate the NFL champion New England Patriots with this fantastic Super Bowl package, available exclusively from Sports Illustrated. Call now.
Take me out to the party. Take me out to the bar. Pick up the next round of cold Coors Light. I hope that I got her phone number right. It's those blondes, brunettes, and those redheads with rigs in their bellies and ears. For it's 1, 2, 3 nights a week, my bros and beers.
Unleash the Rocky Mountain cold taste of Coors Light.
On opening day 2004, Blue Jays and Red Sox tied at 4. Bronson Arroyo's gone all the way. There is action in the Red Sox bullpen as the 6th inning begins, with Chris Woodward leading off. Woodward has popped out twice. Then the number 9 hitter Kevin Cash and Reed Johnson. 2-1. There's Mark Malaska, just summoned from AAA Pawtucket today, as Ramiro Mendoza went on the disabled list with tendonitis in his shoulder. Foul ball back here.
Alaska, one of those guys that was fighting for that left-handed job out of spring training, a group of about 4 or 5 of them, and it ended up going to Bobby Jones, who really did have the best spring number-wise of any of the left-handers.
Second best seemed to be Tim Hamulak. He was the name you heard hanging in there toward the end. It was Malaska, who has some major league experience, who got the call. Here's the 2-2 to Woodward. Look out. Right off to our right. by John Cerruti, the former stylish left-hander for the Toronto Blue Jays. Working on national TV in Canada with Rob Falls.
For national TV, I think they put the sign up straight.
Yeah. Although we can't really jab him too much. Joe Brinkman says no swing. We had shelves here last year. Yeah, their sign. That's, you know, they're going to put the sign up, put it up.
Well, going forward one monitor, too, at a national game.
Well, unlike you, they share over there in their booth. But remember we had shelves here last year. We have a very ugly background. We have no backdrop. I mean, just this old, what is this, like carpeting on the wall?
Yeah,
but there were shelves.
We need those shelves too.
So we are violating the fundamental rule, as am I, of no liquids on the working table. Major rule in broadcasting, because when you spill, as I almost just did there on Wally, it creates a big problem. I couldn't open the pages of my media guide today because they've had the coffee from Atlanta the other day.
From the spill in Atlanta. That was a good spill.
That was a major spill. It was a Castiglione-esque spill, because Joe spills something every day. The 3-2, 90th pitch from Arroyo, and it's hit hard toward the gap. On the run, Kepler, and he makes the catch. Right on the edge of the warning track.
Well, one thing, when you replace Kepler in center field for Damon, you don't lose speed. Kepler's got very, very good speed. And that ball sounded again to be right toward the end of the bat for Woodward, and it didn't quite carry as far as it looked like it was going to when Kepler's there to make the play right in front of the warning track.
The balls hit toward left today have just died.
Yeah, I think that crosswind blowing to the bullpen area has knocked him down a bit.
Kevin Cash pops it up. Shallow center. Pokey Reese makes the running catch. 2 down here in the 6th in a 4-4 game. Time for
all the goings-on involving the Boston Bruins, check out Bruins Breakaway. See what goes on with the black and gold as we go inside the locker room and check in with the guys as they continue their battle for the Stanley Cup. Bruins Breakaway tomorrow at 5:30 here on NESN. Now let's return to Fenway Park, the Red Sox and the Blue Jays.
Miguel Ojeda doubled in the tying run, and Sean Burroughs drove in the winner as the Padres won. Is Petco like pet food? What is Petco? It's like a dog food or something.
If it's a dog food or a dog like a animal chain store or something.
Animal chain store.
You know, like where you get animal products for, you know, cats and dogs and whatever
like
your pet may be.
An all-purpose pet store.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what it is.
Not just food, but
everything.
Leashes, cute little hats or whatever you put on your pooch. Reed Johnson has driven in all 3 Toronto runs. Do we have Petcos out here?
Yeah, I think we do. I think there's one in Waltham that I know of.
No. You have pets, right?
Yeah.
Do you get them?
I think that's where she goes.
Hygiene products, or where do you get a pet? Johnson trying to continue his big day, just pulled one foul in the first or second row of seats down there. We certainly are asking a lot out of Arroyo now. He's approaching 100 pitches. Him for 95 pitches, 59 strikes. I would guess this is his last inning. We're hoping to get this one last out of him.
I think he cut a lot out of follows, and then Wells and Delgado, another left-hander after that.
He's battled his way through it when he hasn't been great. They've had a lot of chances. They've helped him out a little bit as well. Noticeably chillier now. You see the pitchers blowing in the hand perhaps a bit more often. The sun has disappeared behind thickening clouds. Little looper to left, run down by Ramirez, who's playing very shallow for Johnson. That ends the inning. First 1-2-3 inning, the ball game for Bronson Arroyo. They're tied at 4, heading to the home half of the 6th.
Phew! I never thought we'd get out of there, Phil. Well, timing is everything, Bernie.
And there's no better time to save at Bernie and Phil's Furniture.
Yes, look.
The time is now. Make no down payment, no payments, and pay no interest for 1 full year.
Say that one more time?
Sure. Make no down payment, no payments, and pay no interest for 1 full year at Bernie and Phil.
That's nice.
Don't say no bad words, because you ain't no puppet shout. Always use good manners when you're eating a sloppy jow. Yeah, go on and on and on and on.
Mr. Jiggyfly, I have good news.
You enjoyed it then?
No, I just saved a bunch of money on my car insurance by switching to Geico.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
For extra convenience, extra value, and extra service, stop at Extra Mart. When you're on the go, you need a little extra. Fuel up on Extra Mart's Deli Joe sandwiches, Brew Boy coffee, and more.
This month, Extra Mart is your baseball headquarters. Come in for the best in Major League collectibles and trading cards from Upper Deck, Topps, Fleer, and Donruss. Enter to win a trip for 2 to the 2004 All-Star Game in Houston.
With over 150 locations throughout New England, be smart. Shop Extra Mart.
Remember your dreams? Maybe you dreamed of winning the big race. Or maybe you dreamed of rocking the world, whether the world was ready or not. Or maybe you dreamed of stretching the limits of our imagination. Whatever your dreams, Sylvania lights the way with long-lasting, energy-efficient light bulbs. Sylvania, see the world in a new light.
Sean McDonough, Jerry Remy. Back at Fenway, Red Sox bidding to take the lead for the first time today against Ted Lilly. David Ortiz, another great stop by Hudson. All right, I'm sold. Yeah. He says he could be a Gold Glove winner. He certainly looks like a Gold Glove winner today. His second outstanding play to rob Ortiz of a leadoff single.
2 different types of play, one on the pop-up in foul territory, and now on the ground ball going to his right. Toughest play for a second baseman, going to your backhand. He goes into the dive on the outfield grass, and from his knees gets the out at first base in plenty of time to get Ortiz.
Justin Spire is going to come in to pitch. As Carlos Tosca's at the mound to make a pitching change. Lilly departs after 5 1/3 and will return to Fenway Park on opening day right after this.
Introducing the only minivan with 2 rows of folding floor seats. The all-new 2005 Grand Caravan with exclusive stow-and-go seating and storage.
Honey, you coming?
The lowest priced minivan in America, starting under $19,000. This is me.
Honey, this is us.
Life is filled with tempting choices. For a limited time, Friendly's is too with our 3 new super melts, like our new Philly steak and cheddar, sauteed peppers and onions, tender steak, melted cheddar, piled high on grilled sourdough bread. And our 6 featured super melts now come with a free hot fudge sundae. So give in. Our new super melts won't be around long.
The wonder of it all. Take a chance, make it happen. Pop the cork, fingers snapping, spin the wheel, round and round we go. Life is good, life is sweet. Grab yourself a front row seat. Let's meet and have a ball. Let's live. Yeah, let's live for the wonder of it all. Meet me at Foxwoods.
Wicked hard. Wicked hard.
Dunkin' Donuts introduces the New England Maple Cheddar Sandwich.
Park. I can't find a place to park. Park. Can't find a place to park.
A delicious combination of real maple-flavored sausage, egg, and melted cheddar. So, for a great New England taste,
Play wicked hard when I go to the park.
get one today.
No. Kurt, you can't do it like that.
Try the New England Maple Cheddar Sandwich or any of our breakfast sandwiches for $1.99. Just the thing.
Ted Lilly, a solid 5 1/3 innings against the Red Sox, and the new pitcher is Justin Spire.
A lot of different major league teams: Chicago, Florida, Atlanta, Cleveland, and Colorado coming in a three-way trade over here to the Blue Jays, making his 3rd appearance of the season. 72 last year.
His first pitch is a ball high to Kevin Millar, who is 0 for 2 today, is grounded out twice. Ted Lilly departs, having retired the last 5 batters he faced. They think they have a better bullpen this year. One of the areas they tried to improve, both the starting and relief pitching. The ball just outside. 2-1.
Spire actually did some closing last year for Colorado, had 9 saves.
To short, surrounded by Woodward. 2 up.
The Stanley Cup playoffs continue for the Boston Bruins. Up next, Game 2 against the Montreal Canadiens. Tonight, live at the Fleet Center. The action starts with the Olympia Sports Boston Globe pregame report at 6:30. Face-off at 7 o'clock. Now back to Fenway for the home opener. Red Sox and Blue Jays with Sean and Jerry.
He's still warming up, so that'll likely be the final line for Arroyo. No reason first time out this year to push him past 97 pitches. Jason Varitek looks at a ball. 2 outs, base is empty. Varitek a perfect home opener. A single in the 3rd. He walked and scored in the 4th. And only 2 walks issued by Lilly were back-to-back in the 4th. There's a deep drive to right. Way back by the bullpen and gone. A line drive homer for Jason Varitek, and the Red Sox lead for the first time on opening day at Fenway. It's 5-4.
For a while, it looked like this was going to get out of hand in favor of the Toronto Blue Jays, but the Red Sox have battled back. Like a gout swing right there by Jason Varitek. His first, and he gives the Red Sox their first lead.
Spire throws a strike to Bellhorn. Red Sox were down at one point, 4-1. Career high 25 last year, first this year for Jason. Bellhorn carved one foul off to the left.
Down 4-1, and with another hit or two, it could have been a totally different ball game.
And the Blue Jays had to be kicking themselves. Catalanado recklessly running into the last out of an inning at home plate. To strike him out, throw him out, didn't work. They haven't been able to come up with the clutch hit. Bellhorn reached on a fielder's choice, scored in the 3rd, walked, and was stranded at the 3rd in the 4th inning. Red Sox have left 3. Toronto's left 6. A ball. Spire, 30 years old, from Walnut Creek, California. Grew up in the Bay Area because his dad is Chris Spire, the former major leaguer. Had some terrific years with the San Francisco Giants. Went on to a coaching career with the Diamondbacks. He retired after they won the World Series. And he's back in the major leagues as a bench coach this year for the Oakland A's. Took Terry Francona's place alongside Ken Mockel. Into the air and left. And back on the warning track, Catalanado to make the catch. Red Sox take the lead on the home run by Varitek. 5-4 Boston after 6 on opening day at Fenway.
The roads were really nasty. Where's your truck?
Want to handle anything? Then get into Jeep Adventure Days, where qualified lessees can get a Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo for just $299 a month, and our 770 powertrain limited warranty on every trail-rated Jeep 4x4. See your local Jeep dealer today.
Every nation needs heroes, and they come in every shape and size. On a 2003 team full of batting champions.
I've made my share of bad choices. Like these losers. What was I thinking? Taking the step to digital cable would be the smartest choice I've ever made. Maybe my luck is changing.
Get the first month free on select value packs plus a free year of Showtime and Stars.
The reasons are obvious. The best premium channels, CD quality music, and choices that fit the way I live.
Get Adelphia digital cable and save with this limited time offer. Bring it all home with Adelphia.
On September 15th, my son was sentenced to 10 years in prison for a gun crime. That day, he sentenced me to 10 years of worrying if my baby is okay.
When you commit a gun crime, your family pays the price.
On June 4th, my big brother was sentenced to 5 years in prison for a gun crime. That day, he sentenced me to 5 years of walking home alone from school.
When you commit a gun crime, your family pays the price.
100 years ago, Lewis and Clark set out to discover an all-water route to the Pacific. But what they really discovered are qualities we can still learn from today. Walk with them and see what you discover.
No, I understand we're late. Well, my husband has a second job. Well, no, I know that, but we're trying really hard, and it's just a... yes, I understand it's a final notice.
Sports Picks, Nesson Sports Desk, morning starting at 5. Now back to Fenway and Red Sox baseball.
5-4 into the 7th. After 6 innings from Bronson Arroyo, the new pitcher just up from Pawtucket today is Mark Malaska.
22 games for Tampa Bay last year, his first time in the big leagues.
Catalanotto sends it to left. Ramirez retreating back to the wall. He makes the backhanded catch. On another day, that ball might be off the wall. Probably would have been with the breeze across from left to right. It helped knock it down. And it's a long out for Catalanotto, now 2 for 4.
Well, we've mentioned so many times how this park plays so differently depending on which way the wind is blowing. And you're right, John. On a normal day where that wind's blowing out, that ball's planted on the left field wall. Instead, it falls short. And Manny's there to make the play.
There's Vernon Wells. Breaking ball, a ball. Wells 1 for 3. He singled to right to knock in a run. Excuse me, doubled to right. They credited him with that double. In the 4th inning, the play on which Catalanotto was thrown out at the plate. The throw went from right field into second base. We join Dan Roach.
All right, Sean and Jerry, thank you very much. I want to talk about the Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center Red Sox American Red Cross Blood Donor of the Game, a new program starting here on our Friday Night Baseball. And Sean and Jerry, you're familiar. Yeah, I know. Don't make me say it again. Thank you. Dr. Mary O'Neill, the CEO of American Red Cross Blood Services New England Region, her husband, Dr. Rory O'Neill, join us here and tell us about the program.
It's a 9-inning game here.
This is a wonderful program to raise the awareness for people to donate blood. Everyone who comes to a Red Cross Blood Center, our blood drive in Mass, Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, or Connecticut during the season may enter it for a chance to win these tickets.
And just find a place and donate blood?
When they win the tickets, they will get 2 great seats here in Fenway. They'll be recognized at the game and they will get a unique souvenir.
Okay, and the number to call is 1-800-GIVE-LIFE. 1-800-GIVE-LIFE. And the main reason people donate blood, Doctor, is...
They don't donate is because they've never been asked. And I found this at a blood drive at Tufts recently, dental school, and they responded beautifully.
Great. Thank you very much.
So donate, and let's go Red Sox.
There we go. And Sean, I'm sure you're used to the voices. We had them on last year as a guest as well.
Love to hear those accents. They're clearly from Arlington.
Exactly.
Thank you very much, Roachy. I think Roachy was trying to get, when he said the main reason you should donate blood, I thought they were going to say, to get Red Sox tickets. You should do it because it's a wonderful thing to do for your fellow human being, but not a bad bonus chance at some Red Sox tickets. I could listen to her talk all day. Delightful accent, didn't you think?
And I remember that from last year, too.
How can you forget that lovely voice and accent? Oh, we're on in Ireland today, by the way. I didn't know that till Russ can. Why are we on in Ireland, Russ? We don't know why we're on in Ireland. We just are today. Our affiliates, we welcome an affiliate in Dublin. We don't really know. We know none of the details, but we're on in Ireland today, so we salute you. Delgado pops one up. Ramirez has it. The nice 1-2-3 inning for Alaska. Just 10 pitches needed for Mark in his first inning with the Red Sox. Time to stretch for the first time this year at Fenway with the Red Sox up 5-4.
At BMW of Peabody, we make sure our certified pre-owned BMWs don't just...
Oh! Oh!
The new owners of our certified pre-owned BMWs actually become quite attached to them. Financing available through BMW Financial Services. BMW of Peabody for your certified pre-owned BMW.
Meet me at Foxwoods.
It brings out the best in everyone, and you know, you get what everybody has every single game, and it's just, there's nothing like it. It's fantastic.
Tickets are on sale now for wicked intense playoff action at the Fleet Center. Plus, ask about season tickets for the 2004-2005 season.
Just everything is magnified, and the fans know that, and they bring their kind of playoff atmosphere, and they know what's at stake. So it's hard to describe the energy in the building. It's something you got to see for yourself.
Honey, this is me.
Honey?
Life is filled with tempting choices, like the amazing number of flavors of our legendary ice cream. You and me and Friendly's.
Stretch on opening day at Fenway Park. And the Red Sox lead Toronto 5-4. Fans are buying 2004 Red Sox tickets at a record pace, but thousands of Red Sox tickets are still available, including some for next week's series with the Baltimore Orioles. With that new look lineup, including Rafael Palmeiro and Miguel Tejada, they'll lead the O's into Fenway for 7 o'clock games on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights next week. Log on to RedSox.com or call 877-RED-SOX-9 to get your tickets today. Holyoke Catholic among the thousands, millions who love Jerry Remy.
And when you visit Fenway Park, check out the new expanded third base concourse inside Gate E.
What a segue.
Yeah, it's bigger and it's better, and even more entrances, wider concourses, new and greater concession offerings, more TVs, more restrooms, and even family restrooms. It's a new third base concourse, another in the third round of Fenway Park improvements.
Family restrooms?
Yep.
So you and the wife, Junior, and
the little
daughter
tots,
all want to go to the restroom? You just all walk in the same place?
Mom wants to bring the little boy into the restroom. It's okay.
Oh, I see. Pokey Reese, the battery, had a huge two-run double with 2 outs in the 4th that tied up the game at 4. 1 for 2 today, facing Justin Spire. Here in the bottom of the 7th. Reese in the top of the order. Kapler and Miller. I was down along that new third base concourse before the game today. Larry Cancro, the Red Sox administration, was kind enough to show me all the changes. It is a lot wider, brighter, and has all the things that you mentioned.
There's a lot to see when you come to Fenway Park now, and hopefully in the next couple of days we'll get a chance to get around and see some of these new additions. I want to go up on the right field's roof.
No, you never go you do the same thing every day. You go from your car to the clubhouse to the booth to the lunchroom back to the booth. You do the game and you go home.
Well, you're right.
Yeah, exactly.
I see him on TV though, like that. See, isn't that?
Yeah,
it's nice.
That looks really nice.
It does look nice.
Good off-speed pitch from Spire. Spire spent 4 years in the Marine Corps. Was a reservist and a rifle specialist, marksman.
Well, he was a marksman there with that slider to strike out Pokey Reese.
After being a little off target on the previous one, he bounced back to the backstop. He said it was one of the great experiences of his life, the 4 years with the Marines. He went to Nichols State University in Louisiana. Gabe Kapler came in the fourth to hit for Johnny Damon and grounded out. We just received word that Damon left with a contusion of his left knee, and like the rest of us, he is day to day.
I thought it got him off the ankle, but apparently it's the knee that caused Johnny Damon to leave the game. He's been getting banged up pretty good. He had the collision with the Walls, taking a home run away, and Baltimore had the collision with Kevin Millar.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's taking a nap right now. Everybody in the Red Sox traveling party has to be a little weary. Kapler pops it up in shallow left for Catalanato. You tuned in late. Red Sox had all kinds of travel problems. They had the 13-inning game in Baltimore last night. That ended at 11:45. Red Sox headed out to BWI Airport, which is what, 15-20 minutes away?
20-minute drive, yeah.
Camden Yards. They left Camden Yards about 12:30 a.m. Arrived at BWI about a half hour later. By the time you get through the airport and do that sort of thing, moments before they're going to take off, the charter had a mechanical problem. We'll have to save this Charles Perrault story for the next half inning. A 1-2-3 inning for Spire. We've played 7. 5-4 Red Sox.
The value of the #1 selling Ford Explorer just got better. For the first time in the U.S. and only in New England, get an Explorer XLS with a sport appearance package and a third-row seat. Get this specially equipped Explorer with a third-row seat, 4x4 and more, with $4,745 cash back, or 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,745 cash back. This is the best value on the most affordable Explorer ever. Only in New England, only for a limited time.
You were drinking country water, trying to blow my head. Rubber feeling woman, stop and lay my money down. Well, if you don't stop it, babe, find yourself sleeping in the ground.
Anything? Then get into Jeep Adventure Days, where qualified lessees can get a Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo for just $299 a month, and our 770 powertrain limited warranty on every trail-rated Jeep 4x4. See your local Jeep dealer today.
His presentation to the board was in an hour, and while he managed to keep that dry, well, he wasn't. Which is why he was pleased to discover that our selection of big and tall was not only extensive, but at prices that, well, wouldn't soak him. After all, he had enough of that for one day.
You'll find big and tall sizes at the Men's Warehouse.
You're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it.
Job well done by Mark Malaska in his Red Sox debut. He pitched a scoreless 1-2-3 7th inning. He's out of the ball game now as we go to the 8th. Boston up 5-4. Here's Mike Timlin.
Fourth appearance already on the season for Timlin. A total of 2 1/3, 3 hits and 3 earned runs. He worked in the game yesterday at Baltimore 2/3 of an inning. Had a walk and a strikeout in that ball game.
Bronson Arroyo started, went 6 innings. Allowed 4 runs on 8 hits. He walked 3, struck out 4, and hit a batter through 97 pitches. A 1-2-3 inning for Malaska. And now Timlin working to Josh Phelps, who's had a perfect day for Toronto. Sends that down the right field line. Slicing foul, not far from the pole. Phelps has walked, been hit by a pitch and single to left. He scored after walking in the second. Toronto scored 2 in the second. They loaded the bases with nobody out. Bronson Arroyo retired. Chris Woodward and Kevin Cash were the bases loaded, but then Reed Johnson hit one off the wall. a 2-run single. Red Sox were on the board for the first time at Fenway this year. In the 3rd inning, Mark Bellhorn reached on a fielder's choice, moved up on a ground out, and scored on a Johnny Damon single. Good pitch by Timlin. Toronto got 2 more in the 4th. Reed Johnson reached on a fielder's choice to drive in Orlando Hudson, who had started the inning with a walk. 3rd RBI of the game for Johnson. He would later score on a double by Vernon Wells. Just outside, and the Red Sox got 3 to tie it in the 4th. Back-to-back doubles by Ramirez and Ortiz for the first run, and then after Varitek walked and Bellhorn walked, Pokey Reese doubled off the wall on left to drive in 2 and tie it. Jason Varitek homered in the 6th to give them the lead. Good sinker for Timlin and a strikeout for the first out of the 8th inning.
Red Sox have really got some terrific bullpen work for the most part early in this season. Timlin had the 1 rough outing, but he's been outstanding since then.
Red Sox pitchers now have retired 9 in a row. Arroyo got the last 2 he faced. Actually, the last 5 that he faced. Malaska 3 in a row. Now Timlin. Retired Phelps. Hinsky a foul ball. This copyrighted telecast presented by the authority of the Boston Red Sox and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. In addition, the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Boston Red Sox. That's particularly true in Ireland. If anybody over there in Ireland is not familiar with the rules, no dissemination, please.
Well, I bet they'd love to see David McCarty get in the game.
It's entirely possible. Take a poll, do a UPN 38 tracking poll in Ireland, and just see how much of an exciting possibility that might be. You know, at the end of the last inning, Jerry, we were chronicling your adventures last night. So you get to the airport at 12:30. You're about to take off. Problem with the plane. You waited for it to be fixed. They didn't fix it. They moved you to another plane about 4:30. But then they had to move all the luggage and equipment from that malfunctioning plane to the new plane. You left BWI wheels up at 5:46 a.m. Touchdown at Logan at 6:37, and got to Fenway at 7:34.
That sounds about right.
Took you almost an hour from Fenway. How were you in the early morning rush hour traffic?
I didn't come to Fenway. I got a ride directly from the airport to home. I don't generally make the trip back to Fenway.
No.
But we also got towed last night. Huh?
Was the limo comfy?
Yeah, it was very nice. The poor guy was there since 12 o'clock midnight waiting.
Oh, no.
He had a nice nap in the car. But we also got towed last night on that first plane. They had to tow us back for some reason. It was weird. It was a crazy, crazy night. I didn't know it was a connecting flight in Baltimore. I had no idea.
Hinsky a base hit. They have the tying run on with 1 out here in the 8th inning. Second hit for Eric Hinsky, the Rookie of the Year 2 years ago in the American League.
For all the nice people over at Delta, all the flight attendants, they did a terrific job trying to keep everybody's spirits high, and they worked hard to get us back as quickly as possible. You're looking at me funny.
Well, Southwest Airlines is one of our major sponsors.
Well,
you could have hopped on a very inexpensive Southwest Airlines flight and been home.
That just happened to be the flight we were on last night.
Just happened to be. Orlando Hudson sends one out of play to the left. And he has walked twice and struck out and made 2 sensational plays in the field. His career with the Blue Jays didn't get off to a great start. He's the guy a couple of years ago when J.P. Ricciardi first became the general manager, said he liked J.P. Ricciardi, thought he dressed like a pimp. He was sent down to the minors shortly thereafter, as you might expect. Not a way to make the team in spring training. I like the new GM. He seems cool. He dresses like a pimp. And I had never noticed that about JP. He always seemed to be kind of a regular dresser. Unlike some of the members of our crew, but that's an entirely different story. Pitch outside to Hudson.
We have members in our crew today, or they're in the same clothing that they were in yesterday because of the late last. You know, let's give credit to the guys in the truck today. They went immediately from the airport to the ballpark to the truck.
Russ Can, Mike Narachi, Greg Petranzio.
Yeah, they have had no time to rest.
kind of tell watching the telecast, but that's neither here nor there. And of course, we are kidding. It's been the usual flawless telecast from the production standpoint. A liner over the head of Kapler, off the wall with the 379 mark. Hinsky's being waved around, and he will score. The game is tied at 5. Well, a great day for Hudson, just keeps getting better. A game-tying double. Kapler was playing shallow. Even if he was deep, he probably wasn't going to catch that one.
I don't think so, no. You know, you look up and you say, well, with the potential tying run at first, he should be a little bit deeper than that. But you're right, Sean. Even if he is deeper, that ball's on a line, and it's going to be over his head. I'm surprised a little bit by the power there from Hudson. He's had some kind of day. A couple of walks, 2 great plays in the field. Now there's double to drive in the tying run.
Simon Pond is going to come up to bat for Chris Woodward. Pond for Woodward, who went 0 for 3 today. Pond's a rookie, spent last year in AAA with the Syracuse Sky Chiefs, where he hit .306, made his major league debut against Detroit 2 days ago and went 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. This is his 11th professional season, and those were his first major league at bats. He waited a long time in the minors to get this opportunity. He was a team MVP in Syracuse last year. He's a Canadian, the 16th native Canadian to play for Toronto.
We saw him in spring training, Sean, in one game. We kind of highlighted his stance, how he has his hands extended almost out over home plate. Then as the pitch comes in, he gets him back into a hitting position, but a very unusual way to start.
Well, a rough outing for Timlin. He retired the first batter Phelps, but then back-to-back base hits by Hinsky and Hudson. Every weekend, the Phantom Gourmet serves up 2 deliciously different.
From the start of spring training to the season's final pitch, Nesson is your home for Boston Red Sox baseball. Now, let's return to Red Sox baseball with Sean and Jerry.
Really enjoy that show. We're so lucky in this area to have so many great restaurants, wide variety of dining options. But I would guess, knowing you, that you kind of are a creature of habit. You probably have a favorite restaurant or two that you probably go to all the time.
You're right. You are right about that. We get out every now and then, but most of the time it is the same couple of restaurants. Might hit one tonight if I can stay awake.
I'll try to keep this more interesting for you.
No, I didn't mean now.
Oh, okay. You mean you're tired from that trip
once the adrenaline rush is over from opening day, I'm a little concerned.
Have you hit the wall yet? Sometimes you hit the wall, but then you bounce back.
Not yet.
Swing and a miss. Timlin took something off it. Second strikeout of the inning. Pond dispatched. 2 outs here in the 8th and a 5-5 game.
Either a changeup or a splitter here from Timlin. Certainly something off speed. Looked like more like a changeup. Dotting down and away from the pinch hitter. So a big strikeout that leaves Hudson at second base.
He's the go-ahead run. Kevin Cash, the catcher, looks at a strike. 1 for 3 with a 4th inning single. As I mentioned earlier, he's in there for his glove. An excellent receiver. Takes a lot of pride in calling the game behind the plate. They don't expect much from him offensively, and Timlin hopes that holds true here. He's ahead of him 0-2. Cash in limited playing time last year with Toronto, 34 games, 106 at bats, hit just 142.
Almost every time the Red Sox get a couple of strikes on a hitter with a man in scoring position, you'll see Veritek go out to have a conference with the pitcher, make sure they're working on the same page, exchange ideas on how they want to get that final strike.
Give Cash a big gap in left center. Manny's toward the line in the left. Kapler a couple of steps toward right. The 0-2 just outside. Marty Foster has not had a very wide strike zone back there today.
Also a very tough sun field right now for Kevin Millar in right.
Game. 2 outs, a runner at second in the Blue Jay 8th, and a pitch just inside. Here's Millar looking right into the sun.
And no sunglasses for him, and the sun kind of goes in and out between those clouds.
2-2 pitch. Into the air in center. Kapler retreating. It's over his head, and the Blue Jays take the lead. Hudson scores at 6-5 on a double by Cash. Timlin got ahead of him quickly, 0-2, and could not put him away.
And two guys that you would not expect to go over the head of an outfielder both do it in this inning. Hudson with a double, a drive, and a run, and now Cash with 2 strikes. Again over the head of Kapler in center field, the drive in the go-ahead run. And I think in both cases, Sean, even if he's a little bit deeper, I don't think he gets to either one of them.
I would agree with you. Strike into Reed Johnson. He's driven in 3 runs today. 2 with a single off the wall in the second, and another when he reached on a fielder's choice and then scored in the 4th. And it hit him. And the fans starting to get a little restless. Dave Wallace, the pitching coach, is going to go to the mound.
Well, we might see Embry in that bullpen loosening up with now these left-handers coming up in Catalanato, and then of course you got Wells and Delgado. No activity out there. Terry Francona did say before the game today he's going to have to check with different guys because they were used pretty heavy in that Baltimore series, in particular last night.
Toronto with 2 runs here in the 8th. A 6-5 lead now on a back-and-forth opening day. The double by Cash, just his 2nd hit of this game and 3rd of the season. His first extra base hit of the season and first RBI. Just his 9th major league run batted in for the 26-year-old Floridian Cash. Here's Frank Catalanato, 2 for 4 in this ball game with a single and a triple. And excellent numbers head-to-head with Timlin. 7 for 10 lifetime. Strike 1. Cash not a fast runner at second. Johnson with decent speed at first. Outfield around toward left. Timlin missed outside. A ball and a strike. A lot more chances with men in scoring position today for Toronto. Each team with 3 hits. Runners in scoring position. Out of play to the left, the ball and 2 strikes. An exciting time for Frank Catalanato. 1 week ago today, his wife gave birth to their 2nd child, a baby girl. Time called by Marty Foster. Pulled foul into the Red Sox dugout. A hot smash that had the fellows moving quickly. Eric Lowe going to find another seat. And Tim Wakefield moved very quickly. Still a ball and 2 strikes on Catalanato. In on the hands and fisted foul. Those are the numbers we mentioned. 7 for 10 lifetime against Timlin. Mike trying to keep the Red Sox within a run. The meat of the order coming up for Boston. In the bottom of the 8th, 3, 4, and 5 hitters, Burks, Ramirez, and Ortiz. Throw to second. A good play by Reese to catch it on the run. Timlin's thrown 30 pitches in this inning.
Pokey Reese has to go up in the air around that bag at second to keep this ball out of center field.
Blue Jays have action in their bullpen. Spires pitched an inning in 2/3 of relief, but that might be it for him. Catalanato fights one off.
It kind of figures too, isn't it, John? A guy that's got 7 for 10 off a certain pitcher, and he's fouling off tough pitches, keeping the bat alive.
Jason Kirshner, a lefty. Terry Adams, the right-hander, in their bullpen. Another 1-2. You can't put him away. A ball down and in. Catalanato's played for Detroit, Texas, and Toronto. This is his second year now with the Blue Jays. Last year, career highs in homers with 13 and runs batted in with 59. Hit in the air and right. Millar drifting back. That one's over his head and goes into the bullpen, which might have been a break for the Red Sox, as they will send Reed Johnson back to third. Only 1 run scores, and it bounced off the wall with Johnson off on the crack of the bat and decent speed. He likely would have scored.
Again, we mentioned the sun out there. Now, I don't know if that have anything to do with it, but it did seem like a bit of a late break by Millar. And again, well, we've seen the ball just flying over the outfielders' heads this inning. One big bounce, and that is a break for the Red Sox to go into the bullpen. That's certainly 2 runs and probably a triple for Catalanato.
Now, ordinarily, you'd expect Timlin to be out of this game, but it must just be a matter of with the usage of the bullpen last night. Terry Francona doesn't want to go to anybody else.
I think that's exactly right, Sean. That's one of the reasons they quickly got Mendoza on the DL, who's not completely healthy, and got Melasker up here. Timlin looks fatigued right now.
He does, and Alan Embry has just started warming up. Facing his 8th batter of the inning, a 2-run lead for Toronto. On the double by Catalanato, now 8 for 11 in his career against Timlin. And 3 for 5 today. You mentioned earlier he's a Red Sox killer. Catalanato lacking just the home run today to hit for the cycle.
Seems like every time we have a series with the Blue Jay, he has 1 or 2 big games offensively in that series.
12 hits now for the Blue Jays. They're out hitting the Red Sox 12-6. Swing and a foul tip by Vernon Wells. 1 for 4, an RBI double in the 4th inning. Four hits in the inning, 3 of them doubles. There's also been a hit batsman. Little lob. Shallow right. Bellhorn makes the running basket catch it. Mercifully, the 8th inning has come to an end, but the Blue Jays get 3 to take a 2-run lead. 7-5 Toronto as we go to the bottom of the 8th.
The weather was so much better yesterday.
A bad day in Florida beats a good day almost anywhere else. Fly Southwest Airlines from Manchester or Providence to any city we serve in Florida for just $49 when you purchase by April 19th.
You are now free to move about the country.
Phew! I never thought we'd get out of there, Phil. Well, timing is everything, Bernie.
And there's no better time to save at Bernie and Phil's Furniture.
Yes, look.
The time is now. Make no down payment, no payments, and pay no interest for 1 full year.
Say that one more time.
Sure. Make no down payment, no payments, and pay no interest for 1 full year at Bernie and Phil.
That's nice.
Hey, Red Sox fans, there's a new double play combination on Yawkey Way. The Sox have joined their friends across the street to create the Boston Red Sox Team Store. There you'll find the largest selection of authentic Red Sox merchandise anywhere. You can stop in or order by phone at 1-800-FENWAY-9. The new Boston Red Sox Team Store. It's the place to be for everything a Sox fan needs.
Yeah, Pete, I heard that there are guys that get paid to taste beer for you. Is that true or just urban legend?
You bet it's true. They're our master brewers, and part of their job is to sample our beer to make sure it tastes great. In fact, some of our master brewers have earned a PhD in brewing.
Do you need the PhD?
PhD part's pretty important. Yeah.
Back and forth home opener at Fenway Park. Toronto led 4-1. The Red Sox went up 5-4, but 3 runs in the 8th. Toronto up by 2. Chris Gomez, the new shortstop, after they hit for Chris Woodward. And the new pitcher, the veteran right-hander, newcomer to Toronto, Terry Adams.
See his numbers so far this season. Last year with the Phillies, he appeared in 66 games out of the bullpen.
Greeted by a bounding ball by Burks down to Hinsky at third. Long throw, got him. On a bang-bang play at first.
Hinsky's had a couple of tough chances down there today. Remember the ball that hit off his shin and into the Toronto dugout. This ball hit hard by Burks. Goes to the backhand and hits off the heel of the glove, but fortunately for Hinsky, it drops right down where he can pick it up and just get Burks at first base. Hinsky last year made 22 errors at third base.
1 out, bottom of the 8th, 7-5 Toronto. The batter is Manny Ramirez. He hit that rocket off the shin of Hinsky that went for a double, and it rolled into the Toronto dugout back in the 4th. And Manny scored on a double that followed by David Ortiz. The ball low. Let's check in again with Dan Roach.
All right, thank you very much, Sean and Jerry. And we're joined now as our Not Your Typical Fan, courtesy of Citizens Bank here. And it's Dennis Reichert of Whitman. And Dennis worked for 4 different contractors on these brand new right field seats, the roof seats. Tell us a little bit about them. And I guess it was down to the wire with you guys.
Yes, I'm a crane operator by trade, local 4. And it's simply amazing to be part of something that's like history. And you're in the history in the making, and total honor.
Now, how many guys were involved in this project? When did it start? How many hours were put into getting these seats ready?
I was here for about a month, and like it started before I got here and a little bit after I left, but hours on end, guys working. It looks absolutely wonderful, and being able to be up here is a total honor.
Looks like you're letting off a little steam up here, all you guys, too.
Yeah, a little bit, but not too bad.
And you got a nice present as well as these right field roof seats. Tell us about that.
Actually, Monday morning, my wife gave birth to a beautiful little girl, Zoe Elizabeth Reichert, and I am so proud of my wife, and I am so happy to be a dad today.
Well, thanks for everything, you guys. Congratulations.
I appreciate it.
Right, there you go, Sean and Jerry, your Citizens Bank. Dennis Reichert of Whitman, Not Your Typical Fan. Back to you guys.
Roche, before you head off there, your mic's still working. David Ortiz, the batter. Can you give us a little sense of what it's like up there? I mean, it's our first look at those seats.
These things are awesome. You know, I mean, look, amazing things.
I don't think he heard you, but he said they were awesome.
I don't think he heard us either. You know, it's got a little sense of. Because it's picnic or restaurant type seating, right? You're sitting around tables out there.
I think it's like a home plate or something. Designed as a home plate.
I think we've lost Roche's wireless mic, but you can see, yeah, they're sitting around little tables. Kind of a little chillier up there. Noticeably cooler as the afternoon has progressed. It's still a very delightful day given what it frequently is here on opening day at Fenway. Red Sox 60-43 all-time in home openers. They've lost their last 2. Each of the last 2 years, the opponents have scored a lot of runs. 2 years ago, Toronto won 12-11. Last year, the Orioles won 13-6 after a couple of postponements. The Red Sox had won 9 out of 10 home openers prior to dropping the last 2. The third time the Red Sox have opened at home with Toronto. This home was good to the Red Sox last year. They won 53 games at home, 53-28 here at Fenway. Second best home record in the American League, bettered by only Oakland. And the most home wins for the Red Sox since 1988.
And the Red Sox get a steady diet of Baltimore, Toronto, and New York here in the month of April.
With the 9th pitch thrown by Adams to Ortiz. They don't really have a designated closer right now. They plan to do it by committee. We know how that works. There's ball 4, a hard-earned walk for Ortiz. It'll get the tying run to the plate. I mentioned the damage done to the Red Sox bullpen. There's David McCarty. As you know, if you're paying attention in spring training, has been working on pitching in addition to his hitting and playing the infield and outfield. Well, this is interesting. He has a right-handed hitter up, Millar, and the right-handed Adams on the mound. They don't really have a closer, but they're going to go, I believe, to Aquilino Lopez.
Yes, with that nasty slider.
For pitch to Millar. Carlos Tosca, rather, with Delgado in there, the mound, too. I'm not afraid to run them in and out of that bullpen.
Huskies fans, UConn has done it again. Now, Sports Illustrated honors the national champion Connecticut Huskies with a fantastic national championship package, free with your paid subscription. Get this special Sports Illustrated National Championship hardbound collector's issue, celebrating the Huskies' run to #1. It's gold-lettered and individually numbered, a cherished keepsake you'll treasure forever. Call now and you'll also get this collectible mini basketball, designed exclusively for Sports Illustrated in celebration of Connecticut's second national championship. Both are free when you order 56 issues of Sports Illustrated for only $1.59 an issue. Save more than 50% off the cover price. When you use your credit card, you'll get another great gift available only from Sports Illustrated. This Connecticut National Championship hat, free. Celebrate the #1 team in the nation with 3 great gifts from Sports Illustrated. Call now.
Everyone procrastinates. Did you mow the lawn?
Not yet. Did you call the dentist?
This can't wait. Call 1-800-CHAMPION today to refinance your home with the best rates in decades. Champion Mortgage works with you one-on-one to help slash your mortgage payments. Use the extra cash for big expenses, home improvements, credit cards. Why wait?
Did you call Champion?
Absolutely.
Rates as low as 4%. Don't miss out. Call 1-800-CHAMPION for your free consultation. Champion says yes.
Tying run at the plate for the Red Sox here in the bottom of the 8th. Kevin Millar batting with 2 outs and a runner at first. And the new pitcher is Aquilino Lopez, the 4th pitcher of the day for the Blue Jays. Armed with a nasty slider. That's a swing, said Joe Brinkman.
That's his best pitch. He's got a shot-breaking slider, throws hard. Appeared in 72 games last year as a Rule 5 player. He came over from the Seattle Mariner organization.
Oh, boy.
You don't like the call there, Sean?
No, not really. Millar bangs one down to third. Scooped up by Hinsky to Hudson to end the inning. Red Sox strand a runner. Just the fourth they've left on base today. We go to the ninth. Opening day at Fenway Park, 7-5 Toronto.
You got ID? Okay.
Nothing goes better with leftovers than some ice-cold Pepsi. It's the cola.
Don't say no bad words, cause you ain't no puppet show. Always use good manners when you're eating a sloppy jow. Yeah, go on and on and on and on. Peace!
Mr. Jiggyfly, I have good news.
You enjoyed it then?
No, I just saved a bunch of money on my car insurance by switching to Geico.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Molasku pitched an inning, and Timlin, who had a very arduous 8th inning. You wondered if Terry Francona was willing to bring Embry into the game at all, why he didn't come in last inning when Timlin faced 8 batters. But Embry in 65 games last year had an ERA of 4.25, had 45 strikeouts in 55 innings. Appearing in his 4th game already this season. He's been in 4 out of the 5 with this appearance. This year he's pitched 2 1/3 scoreless innings with 4 strikeouts and a walk. He hasn't given up a hit yet.
They pitched an inning last night against the Orioles and had 3 strikeouts to go along with a walk in that game.
Are you surprised that they were willing to put him into the game? They didn't put him in last inning when maybe he could have helped minimize the damage?
I thought he would be in last inning, but didn't happen.
The Stanley Cup playoffs continue for the Boston Bruins. Up next, Game 2 against the Montreal Canadiens. Tonight, live at the Fleet Center. The action starts at the Olympia Sports Boston Globe pregame report at 6:30. Face-off at 7 o'clock. Now back to Fenway for the home opener. Red Sox and Blue Jays with Sean and Jerry.
Embry on to face Carlos Delgado, Josh Phelps, and Eric Hinsky. And David McCarty is still warming up in the bullpen. Usually that guy who's doing what McCarty's doing only gets in the game when you're way ahead or way behind. Usually way behind, you're trying to save your staff.
Yeah, you had Williamson pitch 2 yesterday. Keith Folk with a couple. I've already seen Mike Timlin again in the game today. And he didn't want to use Embry for very long.
First one from Allen, fouled away by Delgado. Carlos 1 for 4 today. Single to right in the 5th inning. 7-5 Toronto. They about hit the Red Sox 12-6. Neither team charged with an error. Toronto was stranded 8. And the Red Sox have left 4 men on base. Sweeping breaking ball missed.
Red Sox again with the shift on Delgado. A variation of the shift where they have the second baseman really out in short right field.
It looks like a short fielder in softball. They're going to have to play him deeper, though. There's a deep drive to right and a home run. Carlos Delgado hooks one around the pole to make it 8-5 Blue Jays.
Now Delgado has hit the ball hard in almost every at bat today. Picks up his 2nd hit, and this one a home run on a curveball.
Fans threw the ball back. 2nd homer of the season for Delgado.
There's the breaking ball that stays out over the plate, and Delgado with number 2, as Sean mentioned, 42 last season.
First home run of the day for the Blue Jays. And Josh Phelps Look at a ball low.
It's funny how the season works. I mean, you're only like 5 games into the season, but yet there are pitchers who need some time off, so days off. You know, he wanted to stay away from as many guys as he possibly could today.
Phelps skies one to right. Millar battling the sun and the breeze. That gave that a decent push. One out here in the 9th inning.
Yeah, double the trouble. You have the sun problem, and you also have that breeze that is really picked up now and blowing out toward the bullpen. That's got to be more than 7 miles an hour.
Well, we can go back to the weather center. Is it still registering at 7 miles an hour? I think our weather thing is not in mid-season form yet. Hinske, the batter. He looked at ball 1. A couple of singles and 2 runs scored for Hinske. Tried to check his swing. It was too late. Bottom third of the order due up for the Red Sox in the bottom of the 9th. Veritek, Bellhorn, and Reese. They have Kerry Leitenberg warming up. Once the closer in Atlanta. And from what we understand, all the options Carlos Tosca has to be his closer, Leitenberg seems to be a little bit ahead of the pack right now.
Probably the one with the most experience in that job.
He's stopped warming up for the moment. Stayed with those sideburns a long time, hasn't he? He's had those since I can remember when he first came around with Atlanta. Only threw for a while. Now he's putting the jacket back on, so remains to be seen if it'll be Lopez or Leitenberg.
Sometime they throw, they get loose, and then once there are 2 outs in the end, they get back up and throw again.
The 1-2 pitch from Embry to Hinske. The ball. Final in the American League, Texas beat Anaheim today 12-4. First loss of the season for Anaheim. They opened up in Seattle and swept the Mariners in the 3-game series. In the dirt, another check swing and a full count. The attendance here today, 34,337. A sellout in the largest crowd for a home opener at Fenway since 1992. I would think with all these additional seats, we will continue to set attendance records. I believe about 400 seats up there on the roof, approximately.
There are some that are taken away in center field in the day games because of the backdrop.
Payoff pitch to Hinske, a fastball that runs inside. Oh, a dilemma for Terry Francona. He doesn't want to wear out his pitching staff, but they're within 3 runs here on opening day. He's going to go to McCarty.
Yep, he's already made the move.
So McCarty, experimenting with pitching, is experimenting no longer. He's a pitcher in a major league game when we come back.
The 500 horsepower Dodge Ram SRT10.
Hi, Ryan.
Hey. The fastest production truck in the world.
Remember your dreams? Maybe you dreamed of winning the big race. Or maybe you dreamed of rocking the world, whether the world was ready or not. Or maybe you dreamed of stretching the limits of our imagination. Whatever your dreams, Sylvania lights the way with long-lasting, energy-efficient light bulbs. Sylvania, See the world in a new light.
Honey, this is me.
Honey?
Life is filled with tempting choices, like the amazing number of flavors of our legendary ice cream. You and me and Friendlies.
Back at Fenway Park, 8-5. The Blue Jays have the lead here in the top of the ninth. Fans enjoying the ball game and enjoying a pretty nice afternoon. They're not enjoying the score at the moment. And on the mound for the first time at the major league level and the professional level, David McCarty, who started this experiment and I guess the offseason, brought it to spring training with him, pitched in a couple of games in spring training, kind of put it on the back burner, and then got real hot as a hitter. And now here he is in a 3-run ball game in the 5th game of the year.
Well, we've seen positional players pitch before. Most of whom haven't actually worked on it as much as McCarty has, but it's unusual that this happens in a game this close. Usually they get into very one-sided games. And McCarty's first pitch is a ball to Orlando Hudson. McCarty, the first position player to pitch for the Red Sox since June 21st, 1997, when Mike Benjamin, utility infielder, pitched in a game at Detroit.
I remember, too, I think Benjamin did okay in that inning.
Bounce back to McCarty, and he throws him out. And a chance for a double play if he'd been able to squeeze that comebacker. But he's now pitched the 3rd of an inning. And is perfect so far. He's retired the only batter he's faced.
McCarty's a very good defensive first baseman, and I think he's upset with himself there, just rushing it a little bit. He had a chance to get a double play, because that was a nice high bounce right up to the glove area.
He had one official appearance in a Grapefruit League game, pitched 2/3 of an inning and gave up 2 hits.
And
he also pitched against Northeastern, right? Or BC?
Yeah, and I think he also pitched in some of those B games at the minor league level.
It was Northeastern he pitched against, in addition to the minor league games.
Yeah.
Chris Gomez up for the first time today. He came in after they pinch hit for Chris Woodward. The 2-0 from McCarty is ball 3.
Fastball at 86 miles an hour that time for McCarty.
Not bad.
Well, we told you they wanted to see him in Ireland.
There you go. Probably just for our new audience across the pond. There's a borderline strike. Gomez, a backup infielder in Minnesota last year. He's been around Detroit, San Diego, Tampa Bay, Minnesota, now Toronto. 32 years old, Southern Californian. Signed by the Blue Jays as a free agent in January. And McCarty's battled back to a full count. 2 outs, Hinsky at second. A run in here in the 9th on the leadoff home run by Delgado against Alan Embry. And these Red Sox fans know David McCarty's usually an outfielder or first baseman. This is his first go-around as a pitcher, and they're trying to get him out of this inning unscathed. 3-2 pitch. Whoa. Oh, too much on that one. Just a bit outside. It's ball 4 and a wild pitch. Hinsky moves on to third.
Crowd was standing like he was getting ready to close out a game. Maybe that was a changeup that just kind of slipped out of his fingers and got by Veritek.
That's a lot of confidence if you're throwing a changeup on 3 and 2.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
Hard to tell.
His first base was open. Now they have first and third. Here's Kevin Cash. He had a big RBI double to knock in a run last inning, and he scored another. As Toronto scored 3 runs to rally from 5-4 down to take a 7-5 lead. They've added to that lead on the Delgado homer here in the 9th. Cash singled back in the 4th. Hinsky and Gomez at third and first. Outside.
McCarty trying to stay away with just about everything.
Threw a fastball by Cash. Late swing and a foul tip. 86 on the heater from McCarty.
If anything, the crowd's getting a big kick out of this. For McCarty, he's taking it very serious because he's worked at it.
In the air toward the triangle. Long run for Kapler. He can't get there. It's going to roll close to the 420 mark. Pinsky has scored. Gomez will score. And the Blue Jays are pulling away. And what a day for Cash. That's his third hit. He's now driven in 3 runs and has scored twice.
Well, he threw the one fastball by him, and he tries it again, but this time Cash is ready for it. And finds the triangle area out there in center field. Out of the 420. Oh, you're right, Sean. He's had a heck of a day. He only hitting 100 coming into the game. 3 runs batted in, 3 hits, 2 of those doubles.
One of those runs charged to Embry, who gets charged with 2 runs in the third of an inning. First damage done to Allen's ERA this year, and 1 run charged to McCarty now.
After that tough opening series for the Blue Jays, it probably was the best thing for them to get out of town. Have an off day, get away from Sky Dome.
This is the 3rd straight home opener for the Red Sox, in which the opponents have scored double digits in runs. Johnson's out. The inning is over. McCarty 2/3 of an inning, a walk, a double, and a run scored. Bottom of the 9th upcoming with the Blue Jays up 10-5.
You are now free to move about the country.
We're so confident. We're so absolutely sure. There has never, will never be any doubt. If you go out and ask any Toyota Tacoma owner if they'd buy the same truck again, trust us, you'll get the answer. And the truck you've been looking for. The 2004 Toyota Tacoma. It's that dependable. Ask someone you know who drives one.
Get the feeling, get the feeling.
Take me out to the party. Take me out to the bar. Pick up the next round of Cold Coors Light. I hope that I got her phone number right. It's those blondes, brunettes, and those redheads with rigs in their bellies and ears. For it's 1, 2, 3 nights a week. My bros and beer.
Unleash the Rocky Mountain cold taste of Coors Light.
Since that time, he spent a year last year, 2003, with the Baltimore Orioles. Another one of the additions in the bullpen for the Blue Jays.
There's Varitek, who's had a perfect day. Varitek, Bellhorn, and Pokey Reese due up. And Leitenberg's first pitch strike. Varitek has singled, walked, and he hit a line drive homer into the bullpen in right. The only Red Sox homer of the day, a ball outside. Not a save situation for Leitenberg, the 5th pitcher for Toronto. Lilly went 5 1/3. Spire, who stands to be the winner, an inning and 2/3. Adams 2/3 of an inning. Lopez retired, the only batter he faced, and now Leitenberg. Low 1-2 to Varitek. Missed. Leitenberg, born in South Dakota, grew up in Minnesota and went to the University of Minnesota. He's a graduate from Minnesota with a degree in chemical engineering. Went back to school to finish his work toward that degree in 2000. He was presented his degree in an on-the-field ceremony at Turner Field before a Braves game in September of 2000. He's 32 years old. 2-2 pitch way inside, but Varitek could not check his swing. Nasty movement on that pitch for the first out of the ninth.
A slider from Lightenberg that started on the inside corner and just kept chasing Varitek. You see it, you want to swing at it, then you want to hold up, but it's too late. It's kind of a blind spot for a left-handed hitter. That slider down and in just off the plate.
Not often you see a major league hitter swing and miss by that much. That's when you know he just was really thrown off.
You didn't see me play very much then, did you?
Well, not that old. Bellhorn 0 for 2 with a walk. He scored a run. Out of play to the left. This is the first of a 3-game series. Tomorrow a night game, 7:05 on Nesson. Pedro Martinez back for his second start against Roy Halladay, two of the best pitchers in the league. They each lost the season opener for their respective teams. Sunday, Curt Schilling against Miguel Batista. And the Fenway faithful fired up to see Schilling. He got a great hand during the introduction of the lineups, if you weren't with us earlier this afternoon. Impressive all spring and in his first outing in Baltimore. Lightenberg bounces one up there.
Yeah, two ex-teammates going against each other there. Schilling and Batista, both with the Arizona Diamondbacks. Great matchup tomorrow night, as you mentioned. Pedro and Halladay.
Hopefully Schilling will throw wicked hard, he says on those commercials. To center, and Wells drifting toward right to make the catch. Red Sox down to their final out. Pokey Reese due up, but Brian Daubach is going to come up to hit the Pokey. Pokey had a 2-run double in 3 trips today. Here's Dauber. The fans happy that he's back. He got a big hand when he was introduced during the lineup. Brian's had 1 plate appearance and he walked in the Baltimore series. Last year reserved for the White Sox. Didn't enjoy it very much. Didn't see much action. Hit .230 with 6 homers. Ball 1 to Daubach. He appeared in 511 games for the Red Sox, 1999 through 2002. And hit 20 homers or more in each of his first 4 seasons in the majors. With the Red Sox, the only others to do that, Ted Williams, Tony Conigliaro, Jim Rice, and Nomar Garcia-Parra. Now 32 years old, the Belleville, Illinois native. Ahead in the count 2-0. Brian made just 48 starts last season for Chicago, most of those at first base, and that had to be difficult because while he was here, he was in the lineup most of the time.
Not a happy camper last year. Did not particularly enjoy his time at all because no playing time for the Chicago White Sox.
Trying to extend the game, give Gabe Kapler a chance to hit. 10-5 Toronto, looking for their first win of the season after being swept by the Tigers in Toronto in a 3-game series. Chopped on the right side to Hudson. And that's a fitting conclusion given the day that Hudson had. Blue Jays spoil the home opener in the Fenway debut of Terry Francona as Red Sox manager. Final score, Toronto 10 and Boston 5 as the Red Sox lose their 3rd